Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another edition of concept art design in VR. Um, so we are continuing our Cyberpunk Cyberdoc Surgery Bay project for this week. So far, we have built the overhead light and the surgery table. I think now I'm going to work on some kind of a computer desk sort of area and probably an office chair, which doesn't sound to be the most exciting thing ever, but I think needs to happen for what we're going to do. So like a lot of concept art design, particularly production design, it's not really about making the exciting things sometimes as much as it's about making the necessary things. So start with a desk. And I really don't know what it's going to look like yet. But let's see. So I got a couple of options. I know I want it to feel moderately continuous. Not low tech, but let's go grab a thing. Not low tech, but basically I don't know the word I'm looking for, cobbled together, sort of. That I want to feel like it was put there by people working, not to make a amazing, it's almost flat, ergonomic statement. It's not a fashion thing as much as it's going to be a functional thing. I actually was thinking last night about literally just making something on top of two sawhorses, but I think we're going to let the dictates of cool take it a bit beyond that. But I kind of like this shape here, so I think we'll do that. And I don't know what it is, but something like that. There. And then maybe even, no. That. So like screens, yeah, maybe not that. Let's try. And that. Could do something like that. It feels a little too closed in though for what I'm looking for. I kind of like that. Maybe just another centralized one there. Yeah, we'll see. And then we're gonna need some kind of, I'm just building the sketch right now. So this will get changed probably a fair amount. So we want it to be, the cool thing with VR, I can actually set my desk where I want it to be. I want it to be about like that high. So I'm going to be sitting at it here. Yep, that's cool. So there's our floor. You can't see me, but I'm literally just taking it down to the floor. So that's how I know how big it should be. There's our shape. Super powerful part of VR is being able to actually visualize things in essentially real space and real proportions. Those are maybe a little thick, but I think that's going to be our base desk shape. And then we're going to want some like things here, and put our screen there, something like that. And maybe cut into it a bit, something like that. Again, take it to full size. Sits there. Feels like a big desk, but a workable desk. I like it. Maybe a little smaller, which means maybe make it a little higher. There we go. So now those parts are up, so I can make it smaller. Cool. All right, so let's quick save. Cyber dock desk. So something like that. Okay, let's dupe it. Actually, let's decrease its res, make it real grungy. Then duplicate it and take it off to the side to something for us to look at later. This one, let's paint it. If you follow along, you know that I do this basically every time now, but I really find it to be, for me at least, an effective way to go from a sketch phase to a more realized phase. We might as well keep our sketch there, but just coloring it like this means I know what I'm going to have to override and look around. You may have a better way of working for you. That's cool. But this works for me. Okay, so I'm inside. Let's see, can I get one more res out of it? Let's see. Just so I know. Yes. Okay, so I can go up to 3. Let's start with 3. We're going to be dangerous. So the first thing we need to do is build our desk shape again. And unfortunately, this is where I do get annoyed with this tool. I actually think we're going to do it again. Let me go delete this layer. No, just new layer. Because I don't need this to be high res. Well, maybe increase by 1. I want it to be oh, okay. So there's our desk shape. And let's drag it over. Trying to keep it relatively flat. I feel like I did a good job of that. And instead of dragging it here, let's put it in again like that. Lined it up reasonably well. Okay, so let's turn just to see real quick. That's cool. Okay, so there's our base desk platform. Let's use that as its own layer. So we can, this one I am going to go 2 because I want to work on, I want to make these a bit more tech looking. There's no reason in any way why a desk would need tech parts, but Cyberpunk is all about form over function in some senses. So let's just do that and give it what it needs. I don't like the sound of that. That means I'm on continuous. Let's take it to single, get as crisp as we can. Cool. And then, cool. Okay, and then we could even just do that. Let's try to get it as straight as we can. And then, there we go. There's a base form desk. Let's see. Turn off that. Okay, yeah, all right, that's a desk. I don't want to do that. Angle that out a little bit more. Sure. We're going to play with it a bit more, but I think that's a cool start point for a desk. Let's turn back on our layers and go with the new. Let's do some screens. And let's go back to our octagon shape. And come down. one side. Two sides. Okay. And let's cut into it to give us back that thing. From the outside so we can kind of keep the shape about where we had it. Okay. Cut into that there. I think that's a good form. That. Oh. Yeah, that looking good. We'll need to play in here, but we can totally do that. Okay. So another new layer. Increase the res. Let's go to just straight up mechanical. Actually, kind of like this part here. Goes like that. Now, actually, I do like that shape, but I'm trying to use a different shape. I want something that's a bit more symmetrical on both sides. So that I can line it up like that. Yeah, it's kind of a cool looking keyboard shape, maybe. Cool. Yep. And then we need a central box thing here. Let's do that one. Another new layer. And shrink it down. There's that there. I don't know why it needs to look like an engine, but it's going to. And I want something square shaped roughly. I might even just use a straight square, but yeah. Let's try using a straight square. What layer am I on? That thing. Okay. I don't want it to go like that. Yep. Then I want to cut into it. Go like that. It's very old school screen, but I think for the purposes of what we're doing, that'll work for a screen. And then actually, let's go new layer, rename it, clear screen. Set its color to blue. Okay, there's that. Now let's just erase it from the back side. Done. Got a screen. We can do the same thing actually here and here. Let's just kill that, kill that. Kill that. Kill that. Cool. So now I got some screens. I know I can make those glass. And then obviously when I take those into Photoshop, that just gives me another layer that I can do crap on top of with it. Cool. And let's do a bit more. You want to give it something here. Let's go back to that keyboard shape. And I'm actually going to turn off mirroring now. And new layer. And I'm going to start using this to represent, go away, crap on, yes, crap on the table versus just itself. So there goes that. There's our keyboard for the main computer. And yeah, let's go another new layer. Let's see how I feel about turn back on mirroring. Cool. Yeah, give it a bit more junk, just to make it feel a bit more techy. Maybe let's go some of those other parts. Custom. There's no reason for any of this. This is just into techifying things, but you know, techifying things is not a bad idea. I don't know what they are, but it's 2077, so I don't have to know what they are as long as they look like they are something. Those are clearly retinal reader, yeah, 3D printer, something or others, right? Yeah. I don't know what this is. Kind of neat looking. Let's do the same thing with it here. Go in. That there. Cool, like it. And smoke and mirrors, y'all. That's what we're doing here. That there. Okay. So now let's make it, how do we feel about it as a full-size desk? If we're sitting it down on the ground, that monitor is pretty small. That's a tiny monitor, actually, which might be okay because we got multiples, but it's not really that big. All right, so we're standing it. So it's literally sitting on the ground. Now I'm sitting in front of it. Keyboard feels right. Monitor's small, but we got 5, so okay. And we're gonna have our Cyberpunk goggles anyway, right? So, okay, cool. I can live. I'm gonna go another new layer. I've just been wanting to put this on this ever since I kind of thought of the idea. I feel like we just need a skull. To feel about the size of my skull. Yeah. And it's going to be, and we're going to turn off mirroring. And he's going to be sitting a bit big. Shrink him down just a little bit. Right there. Why there's a skull on my desk? Oh, you know, hey. Or maybe not even right there. Maybe just, yes, let's do that. Come closer. And he's going to be sitting right there down the center. Sure. Let's line them up. Better. It's a lot easier to line them up when there's not 2 you're playing with at the same time. There we go. So, skull on our desk, just cuz. And let's save. And gonna leave. Let's leave it off for right now. I was gonna say I was gonna turn back on mirroring, but let's leave it off. continuous, bit of steady stroke. So yeah, you know what I'm doing. It's time for some cables. And what happens now if we plug him in? Well, let's do it better. Now he's doing something on that side. It's there. Actually, let's do it right there. And actually, let's do him to there, because then that lets me do here to there and here to there. Cool. And then on the back side, yay, we have some on the back too. Take it right here. That'd be cool. There. To there. To me, Cyberpunk is a little dirty. So even though like there's no reason to have cables actually sitting out anywhere, I feel like you just would. That like then no one bothers to case them up because they're in a hurry and they're probably going to rebuild this whole thing anyway. Yeah, I don't really like that one there though. Not around that far, but maybe to there. Yeah, that's cool. And then here to there. Again, I don't want it to be actually symmetrical at this point. I'm trying to give it a bit more sense of realism in that way, and cables are not actually symmetrical usually. So one to here, to there, and here, to there. And then just throw something that kind of comes down here, and in there, and down here, and in there. Yeah, I'm liking it. Okay, and then let's take it from here to there, and here, there. Okay, cool. Quick save. And feels it's a high desk, but that's okay. It's almost more like a, yeah, because I'm standing here and it's right. So it would need like a stool versus a full-on sit-down chair. But that's kind of cool because like a doctor's stool would be neat. With another new layer. Or just go back to layer 5. Let's go back to layer 5. Center back to that. And I want to go to pistons again, but I'm not going to do piston. I just want a cap. How big can I make this thing? And go back to a mirror. No. That'd be the reason to do it on a new layer. Is it worth doing on a new layer? Or should I just... no, I think it's worth doing on a new layer. Just to line it up as close to right as I can. Okay, yeah. So our desk can sit now. Stands there. Sweet. Okay. So there's our desk. Here's where I wish I had some folders, because I'm going to make the chair now, but I might actually want to separate the chair. But I think it'll have a few enough layers that I can probably just do it in Keyshot later. But I wish I could folder it and organize things better, because things don't really come across properly when you bring them into Keyshot. Save. And new layer. What am I up to? Just to see how I got 13. So I got 8 layers. Increase threads twice. Let's start here with the same kind of shape of the floor. So that's where we want it to be. And it's about right level. Okay, so that's our stool base, just so we know where we're going. Custom. Now we need some parts that make it feel like a stool. But again, a mechanical, cool-looking stool. That might work. I have no idea why anyone would make something like that in real life, of course. But we are not in real life. So like that and like that. Okay, feeling good about that. Yeah, that's fine. Let's go with a new layer. And I think if I go to cloth, there's something I can use kind of as a, though they call it a cockpit, but let's see. I'm just going to lay it in place on its own and then move it, I think. Good enough. There's a seat, right? Totally would work. It's kind of a little bulky for what I wanted. Can I make it? Let's see. Can I grab it? Bring it down a little bit. Yeah, there we go. That's better. And then that edge is just fugly, so we're gonna need to fix that. Let's go back to our layer 13, or even, yeah, now we'll go to layer. We got room. And some shapes. I'm gonna grab something of my own, I think, this time. I don't know what. That. Cool. Cool. Sure. Let's go to our cloth layer again, which is 14. Yes. And let's go to the smooth tool. And we'll just fix that edge that way. That's the easiest thing to do. Yeah. Okay. Looking good. And yeah, I'm all right with that. 13 clay. One more piece. Just to get a bit more structure. Doesn't really need it, but yeah. 15. Same in the back. Has a chair. Not bad for a chair. First chair I've ever made. Okay, sure. So there is our desk. It's going to sit off in the corner. Chair is a bit large for me. I want to see what happens if I turn off active layer. I'm going to quick save though. And I want to see if I can't bring that in a little bit. That's cool. And then maybe that back a little bit. I think that's better. And then let's go square, continuous, kill the steady stroke. Layer 13. Cut into it slightly. No, actually, there we go. That's better. Give it just a little bit more interest here. Okay. Chair has things. Screen. Skull on the top I like. Lots of room for playing with this. And I think it will go well with our other pieces. Let's go back up. Nuke layer 1. Layer 2. Yeah, we're hitting the same areas. Let's nuke that too. Quick save. Okay. Anything else we want to do in the short term? Yeah. I don't. Well, actually, I'm not crazy about these. Let's see if we can do one more thing along the side here. What's this layer? 10. Okay, let's do that layer. And we'll go back and we'll do the gray as well, just to remind ourselves that it's going to be on that same part. And we want it to be fairly simple, though. I don't want it to go too nuts. Can I just... How big will this go? Pretty big. Is that too much? I do dig it. Let's take it off a continuous to single, just to get us as sharp an edge as we can, because I think we're going to stretch it, and it helps to have a sharper edge when we're doing that. Active layer only. Let's take our inner radius down. Shrink her in. Move that around. That around. That's cooler. I like that. Or curve there too. Curve there. Straighten that up a bit. Sure. I don't know what it does, but sure. And I'm digging, but let's just connect it. Maybe. Yeah, we'll leave it connected. Let's shrink it down though. No. Okay. And one more part in that same space, I think. Just something. Yeah. Cool. Actually, really liking this across the board. Let's do it again. Okay, yes, that makes those things feel more industrial, and I like it. No point to it, but I like it. And there probably needs to be something on the wall behind him, but I think we'll call that a different part as we build this whole thing together. So we saved. Let's export. We're only at 5 mil polys. It's tiny. Cool. Yeah, okay. So now we have 3 major elements built to this thing, and it's Wednesday, so that's good. Tomorrow we'll try to build at least one more big thing. I'm thinking like, I don't know, some shelves or something. And then I'm gonna have to start putting the whole thing together on Friday. We'll build some more another element on Friday as well. And then like I said, it'll get together, it'll get sort of combined nicely. And we should have ourselves a full CyberDoc surgery bay by end of day Friday, which is kind of awesome. Yeah, that's nice. Yep, cool. All right, guys. Well, we're saved. I'm going to take this into KeyShot now and give it some basic textures just so we can kind of see what it might look like. If you watched on Twitch, please subscribe if you haven't already. If you're watching this on YouTube in one of the archives, then subscribe to either my YouTube channel or you can watch it every day at 10 a.m. On Twitch. I appreciate the support and I will be back again tomorrow. Okay, later.